little today and we ran into each other, so we said,
yeah, that's good stuff.
have a little conversation about what we've been doing.
So let me just ask you this question: how long have you been a radio personality?
Well, radio was a new thing for me.
Okay.
It actually happened over the course of when everything was shut down, and so they were making a lot of creative pockets to do things virtually. And I won a nationwide DJ battle with Cafe Mocha Radio.
Wow.
And Yo-Yo was one of the judges.
The Yo-Yo?
The Yo-Yo.
Wow, okay.
Right. The legendary Yo-Yo. And then another judge was also Autumn Joy from WHUR 96.3. And kind of unanimously was chosen by all the judges. They all picked me. It was a victory. It was amazing. I probably would have never done a battle, to be honest. I never thought about it before. I felt like I always had a lot going on, and when you're doing a DJ battle, you really need to put work in.
Right, sure indeed.
You know, because if you cannot show up to a DJ battle with like something you worked on for like a couple weeks. And
so were you all in person, or was it virtual, or how?
It was all virtual. It was actually on YouTube.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
And so the people that you were up against, they were all from all over the country, or just
all over?
Wow.
The only criteria was that you had to be a female and you had to be 18. So,
oh, okay.
It was all over the United States. The final round, the two of us, it was another young lady from Texas and me.
Okay.
So.
Wow.
Yeah.
So are you originally from this area? Are you originally from here?
You know, I'm not, but I claim it as much because now I've lived in between the two places that I grew up.
Right.
It's like half and half. So
gotcha.
When I first got here, I was still like New York, everything.
Right.
You know how New Yorkers are, but then
this is baby like, New York, no, by the way.
I know. Now I'm like New York, DC. I never really say one without the other because
true indeed.
One was like my childhood and my teenage years, and then my adult years. So different experiences, but both really super important to my growth and who I am today. So,
wow. Well, you know they say here in DC, if you've been here more than 7 years, you're adopted here.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah. You got more than 7?
Twice over. Okay?
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Beautiful. So, well, that's interesting. So before you became that radio air personality, what was your passion? Have you always been a passion in DJing or what?
So I've been DJing now 8 years.
Okay.
But no, I didn't always know I wanted to DJ. My father is a DJ. He still is a DJ.
There we go. Okay.
He's 73 now. He's still
spinning.
Still spinning. He does at least like, he's more in like the wedding, pocket, but he always wanted me to learn growing up, and I think that I didn't want to because you never want to do what your parents want you to do.
Right.
Pretty much.
Thank you, Dad.
Right. Because the journey could have started a long time ago.
Right.
But
right.
I actually really was just kind of wandering and trying to figure out what I wanted to do. You know, I went to FIT for a year, decided I didn't want to go that route. I did some branding work, decided I didn't want to go that. So no, I tested the waters, and then it was watching someone else learn to DJ in front of me as an adult and a person that I live with made me realize that I really do want to learn.
That's interesting.
So that's how it happened.
Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome. FIT, Fashion Institute, huh?
Yeah.
Well, you look like a model.
I mean, I know it's not brunch, but you can butter me up some pancakes anytime.
Hey, yeah. I can see the fashion style, the styling in you.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, so, do you have any DJs that may have influenced you? Anyone you may have said, okay, besides the person that you saw in front of you?
Yes.
Any big name DJs that took you under their wing?
That took me under their wing, not so much, but definitely more DJs that I saw here that made me want to DJ.
Yeah.
And I still tell them to this day, like, I thought about you when I played this, or I remember when I was in the club, and you used to play this and then play this after. You play a sample, and then, you know, and Alizé is one of those main examples.
Definitely,
he is just, you know, and he's one of those people who never looks for credit. You know, he's just so humble about it. He's so cool. And It was really him, and then it was DJ Dirty Hands. Because when I first got here,
that is my guy.
No way,
Are you
Chuck.
kidding me?
So you remember the Saki days then, right?
Saki days, the Fly. I remember
all that.
Before Dirty Hands got all that money, I remember him.
But he was like DJing on a regular.
Right,
you would go out to see Chuck.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Chuck, I love you, man. That's my guy.
I know. I haven't heard him DJ in years. I would love to hear him DJ. I would come out for him.
The name of my channel is U Street TV. Chuck was a vital part in U Street, especially the hip hop days of the underground.
Yep.
And it's great to see him go on chicken and whiskey.
Yeah.
One of my favorite spots. Speak to us about?
Well, I always gotta let people know when we're talking about events and we're trying to, bring a different flavor or something back or reincarnate something a bit.
Yeah.
I have a brand that we put together. It's called Throwing Shade.
Throwing Shade.
It's at Capo Deli Speakeasy.
Oh, that's my joint.
You go through
the door,
freezer door.
You already know. Wow.
And it's every other Thursday. It's the first and third Thursday.
Is that what my band Taiwan?
No, it's just me.
Did you?
Yeah, it's just me. And then I bring on DJs. I do 2 guest DJs every time. One is always a female. I bring on 1 male and 1 female just to share the love,
Wow.
And it's always different. We switch it around. When Alize is in town, he always does it because I make him.
He's in Cali now. He's been on my channel as well.
He's back in New York.
Oh, he's back in New York?
He just moved back this summer.
All that money you making.
He was like, I miss
When
New
I
York.
talked to him, he was like, I'm bi-coastal. I got a home here, home there.
I was like, you
So he's in
sound
New
just
York
like
now.
him. He's in Brooklyn now.
Really shining light on Go-Go.
Yeah, unbelievable.
He took a couple of guys I know out to LA and gave them concerts. I got a lot of respect and love for DJ Alize. So you said
So
Thursdays at Capo?
Every other, yep. So it's first and third. We did it like that so you'd still kind of like not want to miss it because you can't go every week. And
we're gonna be there.
You're gonna.
So the next one is when?
This Thursday.
This Thursday.
Yeah.
Lucky we are.
So yeah, I just want to talk about that because that's like my baby,
Awesome.
It's just the vibes are never the same, so people can never walk in and expect to only hear this pocket or this pocket. It's all over. Some DJs are really heavy in house, some are hip hop, R&B, it goes all over.
So do you DJ too as well, or you?
Always me, but then I kind of like to take the middle or the beginning, let the other 2 shine, and then I close out.
Right.
With all R&B.
I know you have a nice fan base. I do know that.
Yeah, I feel like it's gotten to where if I ever could have imagined it, kind of being in the diverse space it is.
Yeah.
It really, really grew there in the past 2 years.
Okay.
And that's when I really started traveling and DJing. I think that helped too. Just going to having residencies. I was doing Austin and LA, Miami and New York on a rotating basis.
Wow.
And that some of those were through really cool connects. Some of them were just because some people found me, it happens like that sometimes.
Yeah, indeed. You had a residency in Miami?
Yeah.
Wow. What are one of your favorite places that you like to DJ? I mean, besides being here.
Besides DC?
Yeah.
Definitely LA.
Oh
yeah.
Yeah, LA.
I really like spinning. I have a lot of DJ homies there now too. Some from here, or some that grew up here, but then moved there. But I met them there and then found out they were from here.
Wow.
So that's always cool when I can connect with people that are like, they're LA, but they're also DC. So kind of like that feel.
Kind of make you like a home away from home type of thing.
Exactly. Yeah. That's how I feel about LA. Even though I'm from New York, when in a musical situation, like as a DJ, I feel the most, grabbed in when I go to LA.
Sure.
So yeah, that's next. That's the next out of town step for me.
Gotcha.
It really is.
Yeah, it is. Okay, we got to. I don't know. We're all about angles here. We're all about the right angles. Well, it's definitely. And are you still on the radio?
Yes.
Okay.
Every Friday at noon, we have a lit mix, 12 to 12:30. Me and Autumn Joy. I'm DJing. She's the host, and it's a Friday thing. So we started with one day, and it's been almost a year now. So.
Wow. Congratulations to that.
Thank you.
HUR is like my, I worked at Howard for many years. Almost, that's the institution that I was brought up on. My mother worked there for like 30-something years. So
wow.
A lot of love for Howard, and the establishment.
It's crazy how it's right there on campus too. Like
Right there. You can ride by and look in the window. Hey, there she go.
Right.
And I look at
Right
you in the
there.
window.
It's crazy. We just did an event there right outside
Yeah.
of it the other day.
Oh, dope.
With AKs and just health awareness, and I DJ'd it. And it was just cool to like look over and see the radio station,
Yeah.
you know, while we're all outside hanging out. It was just very
That's
cool.
awesome. That's awesome. Glad to finally meet you.
Same.
Is there any shout outs you would like to give before we sign off here?
Well, I mean, I feel like I've made a bunch
Right.
so far.
Yeah.
So, you know, shouted out some DJs, some places,
Yeah.
some spaces. So I think we'll just go out with saying, U Street TV.
Yeah.
Check it out. Thank you for having me. And for my handles is Farrah Flossett.
Yeah.
It's 2 S's, CETT.
Just Google me.
Just Google me.
Google
Just
it.
Google it. That's
Wow.
everything. That's the handles. You can find all my stuff, my music, my schedule, you know, my photos, my videos. You can know everything about me on any of those handles. So, yeah.
Wow. Well, we want to thank you for taking time out with us, and we wish you the best in any endeavors that you take upon yourself.
Thank you. Thanks
Right.
for having me.
And it is Farrah Flosscett.
Hey.
U Street TV. Thank you so much.
All right.
All right, we out.
Thank you.
Peace.
Peace.